Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity on behalf of the government. First of all, welcome to the EU and European Neighbourhood Strategic Communication Conference in Tbilisi. It's a great pleasure to host this very important event which brings together strategic communication experts, EU officials, government representatives, civil society and professionals across the European Union and Eastern Partnership countries. I would like also to use this opportunity and express our gratitude on behalf of the government that EU and our partners made the decision to host with this very important conference, very important forum here in Georgia. Georgia has always been a part of European civilization. Over the last decade, our quest towards European Union has intensified, and as a result of comprehensive reforms agenda, we have become a true success story of democratic transformation. Georgia is internationally recognized as a ringleader of positive change, and with this kind of recognition, we have a special responsibility on our shoulders. Our success is measured in a variety of ways: freedom of press, open governance, doing business. We have managed to become one of the top countries in all major rankings. And of course, we are determined to become top 5 in all major rankings in coming years. Today, EU-Georgia relations are all-time high, and our relations have never been stronger. We have ongoing association agreement with deep and comprehensive free trade agreement. We have unique high-level cooperation format with European Commission. We have visa-free along with other benefits, of course, with the help of our partners. Our citizens can travel to Europe without any restrictions. Our businesses can directly trade with the EU states. Our government has direct face-to-face formats with EU commissioners. And of course, as a result, we see that the public support towards Georgia's European and Euro-Atlantic aspirations is at its highest level. In 2019, we are celebrating 10-year anniversary of European Partnership format, a historic decision which was made in 2009. European and Euro-Atlantic integration is a main foreign policy priority for our country, but unfortunately we face everyday challenges almost every day. 20% of Georgian territory is occupied by Russian Federation. Every single day we await provocations and attempts to undermine Georgian success. These attempts come, of course, in different ways. Disinformation campaign and propaganda are used to shape political narratives and influence public opinion. In essence, Russia tries to discourage Georgia's European and Euro-Atlantic integration, cultivate negative attitudes towards our partners in the West, and marginalize liberal values within the Georgian society. And as we get closer to the European Union, anti-Western propaganda and disinformation intensifies. So to tackle this problem and to overcome these challenges that we face every day, government of Georgia has launched a comprehensive policy of strategic communications. So there are a number of important directions and important steps which the government of Georgia has made, very significant steps. First of all, let me highlight that we don't fight propaganda by propaganda, but instead, government of Georgia invests in counteracting disinformation with accurate, positive, and fact-based information. We increase awareness of Georgian population on EU and NATO integration. Secondly, for more effective communication on the benefits of the Western integration, the strategic communication units have been established in various governmental institutions, in key, I would say, ministries within the government. For effective coordination of the units, strategic communication units, as a coordinating body, strategic communication department was set up in the Prime Minister's office, which works quite effectively in terms of coordination. We conduct 360 degrees of communication in Tbilisi, as well as in the regions of Georgia through Information Center on NATO and EU, which operates under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That is the main implementing body on communications policy on the EU and NATO integration. The Information Center, together with other stakeholders, regularly holds meetings, trainings, and conferences, and also other activities to provide the fact-based information to the society. The disinformation, of course, can reach any audience by social media. That's why we are actively engaged in strengthening digital communications as well. Finally, meeting the challenges posed by disinformation and anti-Western propaganda is a complex issue, and of course it requires unity of efforts of international community. We are strongly committed to work with our international partners in these directions, because only together with common force we will be able to overcome all the challenges that we face in this direction. On our side, Georgia is of course ready to continue to be a reliable partner for European Union, and this conference is yet again the reiteration on our side that the communication against disinformation is very important direction for Georgian government, and we will of course try to ensure more effectiveness of our strategic communication mechanisms that we have in the country. Thank you very much, and once again I would like to use this opportunity and thanks EU and all our partners for giving this opportunity to host this very important forum here in Georgia. Thank you very much.
Diplomatic Corps and the clergy, colleagues from the region, colleagues from the Brussels Stratcom team and the organizers. Let me first of all wish you all a warm welcome to today's conference and to this very special place called Fabrika, which is, as some of you know, a former Soviet-era sewing factory transformed into a trendy industrial venue, regularly hosting interesting and unconventional gatherings. And I guess today's conference may also be called unconventional, in the sense that it's the first of its kind by bringing our EU Stratcom team to the region. And I'm very happy that Tbilisi was chosen to be the first to host this type of regional event. Today, disinformation is a buzzword. There is wide recognition today in the EU that disinformation is a systemic and systematic tool aimed at influencing European decision makers, opinion leaders, and European audiences in general. Disinformation targets elections and referenda in Europe and beyond. Disinformation aims to undermine order, democratic values, the rule of law, and stability. Work on fighting disinformation within the EU, to my mind, started in earnest in 2015 through the very setup of the EU team that is with us here today. I'm proud to count myself as one of those playing an active role in those days to convince the rest of Brussels that their services were needed. Today, it is clear that nobody in Europe is putting this any longer into question. And their work was further enhanced by the December 2018 EU Action Plan against disinformation, which was worked out by the High Representative in cooperation with the Commission and with all member states. I expect this conference to lend useful advice when it comes to effectively tackle today's realities of disinformation, but also to give a real contribution to a better coordinated and cooperative approach to these matters between fact-checkers and academic researchers in the EU and the neighborhood. Here in Georgia, very important work has already been undertaken with the help of the United Kingdom, the US, and Baltic partners in particular, to help government institutions tackle disinformation, including by developing a professional corps of strategic communicators. Many of them, I believe, are here today in this room. In the coming months, the EU delegation to Georgia is planning to put additional resources into this field with a view to further firming up our common efforts. But let me also stress another point based on my own experience here in Georgia, but which I believe is a valid point elsewhere in the region as well as in Europe. In order to be successful in fighting disinformation, you need also to nurture a domestic information space that enjoys the trust of citizens. The role not only of free media, but moreover responsible and professional media is key in this respect, and is something that needs to be worked on in parallel. Because a lack of trust in domestic media makes citizens more vulnerable also to outside manipulation. There is a link between the prevalence of internal misinformation and the vulnerability to external disinformation. With these words, I would like to again thank the EU Stratcom team for hosting this event together with our partners here in Georgia. I would like to wish you all a very successful conference that will give a real boost to augmenting our common ability to effectively tackle the 21st century version of the phenomenon of disinformation. And being ahead of the curve in this game is key, because as the Latin proverb says, premonitus premunitus, the forewarned is forearmed. Didi Madloba, thank you so much.